Hello ladies, this is Carla Marie, and this is just a little bit more about fasting for your health. I just completed day 5 of my fast, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that I was seeing in all areas, my body, my mental clarity, how I feel, just kind of chat with you about being done with day 5. Now, if I go all the way like I'm supposed to, I am halfway through my fast. So, let me tell you first some of the cool things that are happening to my body. Number one, I was prompted to go on this fast because my pants that were already a size larger than I wanted them to be stopped fitting completely. I could not squeeze into them at all. It was horrible. So what I did is the first couple of days of my fast, I would try on the pants and of course take them off because I couldn't even button them, and but it served as a little reminder that what I was doing was essential and needed to be done. Then on the 3rd day of my fast, I was able to button the pants. Yay! So that was a really big deal for me because I had already been through, it was the pants that had encouraged me. It was time to fast, and then 2 days of fasting, no pants. So, albeit they were tight, they snapped and fastened, and I was able to wear them to work. So I put on the pants with a billowy top that would not show how tight the pants were. So I wore them, and so then day 4 of the fast, the pants were a little looser, and I just put them on every day as a little check. So then today, they're nice black pants, so I can get away with wearing them more often. Today I put the pants back on again to wear, and they're a tad looser. Okay. Also, when I sit down, you know how your belly just hangs over your pants if you're overweight and you have on tight pants? So basically, that amount of overlap has been decreasing a little bit every day. I can really tell it in the car as I'm driving around, because I will just kind of check to see how much belly overlay I've got when I sit in the car with those tight pants on. So it's not going down by, just leaps and bounds, but the cool thing about fasting is that it goes down a little bit all the time. So when I wake up in the morning, it's just a little bit less fat than it was when I went to bed last night. And then when I, go to bed the next night, it's just a little bit less fat than it was in the morning. Because remember, you're losing about, as your fast progresses, probably a pound a day. Now, I am not weighing myself right now. I was at the point where I said, if I weigh myself, I'm going to cry. So I have just been going on my size in my pants. Okay, so as these pants, which are not stretchy pants, as these pants begin to fit better and better, I know that I am losing some weight. Okay, so I'm not getting on and saying, hey, I'm losing a pound a day. I'm just checking the pants. All right, so hopefully as I put these videos on, perhaps you'll see a little weight loss in my face. But I'm also watching the other areas. My back, you know how bulgy our backs get as women? We store a lot of fat there and it looks ugly. And that's what my back's been looking at. So I love to watch my back get less bulgy. I'm, looking at my sides and of course the belly. So I am feeling a little bit triumphant and I wanted to share that with you. Now I haven't really noticed any blemishes go away, but I do notice as I'm fasting, I do notice that some of my wrinkles seem to be less noticeable. So I'm getting up close so you can see all my wrinkles. And I don't know, maybe in 5 days the wrinkles will be a few less. We'll see. All right. So I'm getting up close so you can compare to what it's like. I haven't seen any of my blemishes just really go away yet, but sometimes they do when I'm fasting. Like I said, I try to do a 10-dayer once a year. And so generally I do it right before my birthday because I love to have my birthday as a little goal for me to be at my best physically, mentally, spiritually, and just looking at the shape of my life. Am I where I want to be when I turn 59? And is my house? Oh, now you see my face. I have not been tending to my house very much. So somehow between now and October 5th, which is my birthday, I've got to tend to some of the things that I would like to say, yeah, I conquered that, or I got it in a lot better shape before my 59th birthday. So as far as mental clarity, when you are fasting, that is something that you really begin to notice, that you just think of things, your mind is less muddled. Now, generally, because I don't feel quite as much energy sometimes I feel cold and I'll sit in a blanket. Sometimes I just feel like I'm spent, especially later in the day. I have been going to bed earlier and getting up earlier as I'm fasting because I don't seem to need as much sleep, but I do kind of get sluggish during the day. So what I try to do, if I can, is plan some fun things that are fun for me, okay? Because I want to keep going. I can't reward myself with food, which by the shape of my body, food is a big reward for me. And I need to stop that. I need to find other rewards for myself besides food. So I'm going to be back on my channel in a little bit with 10 things we women should do for ourselves. Okay, and one of my 10 things is one of my passions. Spending your time on some of your passions during a fast is important because you really feel like you're being a little deprived when everybody else around you is, eating and they're having fun. And I try to make sure that I am still with the family when they're eating. And I still try to cook for the family as much as I can. But it's not very much fun not to get to eat when everybody else is eating. So I try to make sure I have plenty of other rewards for myself, so that when I get kind of tired and I'm just feeling a little spent and maybe a little discouraged, 5 more days of this, I try to do something that I enjoy, that really spurs me on, that is one of my life passions, and then that's a little pick-me-up. So I try to spend a little bit more time on just things that make me tick when I'm fasting. So because you don't have the distraction of food, and food is a big distraction. So I do find that my mind is thinking of things I need to do. My mind is more in tune spiritually, and that is a real benefit. It is easier for me to just stop and create than it is when I am so busy and distracted by everything else. So it's a real slow down, it's a real focus, a time of focus and meditation. So I highly encourage you, if fasting is an option for you, to do it. Because whether you fast for a day or 3 days or 10 days like I'm doing, there are great benefits to your body, to your mind, to your mental clarity, to your focus. And if you'll come back and join me with a coffee with Carla, which I'm about to do in a minute, fasting is one of those things that will be on my list of 10 things to do for you. Because although my husband may like me to be a little bit more fit and skinny, I'm really doing it because I like to be more fit and skinny, and I just like the discipline and the self-control that comes along with fasting. There are many benefits to it, and I'm not an extremely disciplined person on the whole, but when I'm fasting, it's like, okay, I've got my nose to the grindstone and I am going to get this done. And that discipline spills over into other areas of my life that benefit from it. So if you aren't fasting now, if you are considering fasting for your health, I highly recommend it. But I do encourage you to do your own research on fasting, okay? There's a lot of information on who fasting is safe for. And of course, if you are regularly under a doctor's care already, or you have a condition that puts you at risk, diabetes or cancer, or any kind of condition that might be hindered by fasting, you certainly want to ask your doctor his opinion on this issue. But while fasting is not for everyone, I think it is a scriptural tool that we neglect as Americans. Many other cultures and societies fast much more than we do and are healthier for it. So I'm done for today. because I've been on 15 minutes now. And I will check in with you again later to encourage you on your journey with fasting. And this is Carla Marie, and may God bless your day.